Does Red Velvet's discography tell a story of a cult? Why do they repeat the same words almost as if they were casting a spell? And what is the dark truth behind their shocking music videos? Red Velvet are about to continue the Reve Festival series with yet another sinister story that explains what happened to the members in more depth. The Reve cult. Since Red Velvet have always had music videos and concepts that were insanely unique and had never been done before by any other artists, it's not hard to see why everybody would come up with theories on what's the meaning behind their music. But you will notice that while their music videos mostly have bright colors, the stories behind them are much darker. Like how the Russian roulette music video distracts you with the bubbly song, the colorful hair and sets, and the cute graphics, but in fact the girls are trying to harm each other. But if you thought that the trilogy and Red Velvet story is over, you might be wrong. The Reve Festival trilogy begins with Day 1, with Zimzalabim being the title track of the first album. The music video shows a carnival, with the video starting with a ticket booth and the roller coaster the girls are riding. Day 2's Oompa Oompa is just as bright and innocent looking, but by now you know that when it comes to Red Velvet, you should never judge a book by its cover. The trilogy concludes with Psycho, but it turns out that the festival isn't done just yet. The theory that ties all the music videos together is that Red Velvet is a cult where the leader is manipulating the other members and where the members are blindly following the leader. IRENE is the one who's manipulating the other girls and who's the mastermind behind all this mess. This storyline of IRENE being the one controlling the rest of the members got revealed in the Rookie music video. The video depicts a rather dreamlike universe, once again, with a variety of colors. However, as it goes for Red Velvet MVs, it gets much darker. In Rookie, we see that the girls are trapped in an overly saturated universe with no real way to escape no matter what they do. We also find out that IRENE is the one who's pulling all the strings. The girls are stuck in her world, her stage, so she's the mastermind. They are of course the followers, and IRENE uses her powers to make them do all of her dirty work. But throughout Red Velvet's comebacks and music videos, you can see that Sulgi and Wendy slowly find out that IRENE is manipulating them and try to break free, while Joy and Yeti remain as IRENE's loyal followers. This can be best seen in Zimzalabim. The title itself sounds like a magic spell, like it's an equivalent to abracadabra. It has been theorized that IRENE is using the spell to try and lure in the members that became aware of her manipulation. But it clearly doesn't work because in one shot of the music video, IRENE can be seen in front of a green screen and without 3D glasses, unlike the rest of the girls. This shows that IRENE knows that everything is fake and that she's only showing them what she wants them to see. But even though Sulgi and Wendy are also wearing the glasses, they're looking straight at the camera. The story is that Oompa Oompa revolves around IRENE and Yeti trying to get rid of the rebel, which is Sulgi. Yeah, Oompa Oompa is not about the other girls going on a nice vacation and then getting unlucky because of the weather. The story actually starts with IRENE driving the others to the island. She's also shown flying above the troublesome sea, which is to show us that the terrible storm can't touch her because she's behind it all. Sulgi is the one that goes up to the roof to fix the antenna, with IRENE shouting the instructions. Sulgi eventually falls from the roof and drowns. Yeti also purposefully misguided her so she couldn't save herself. Yeti's verse in the song goes, "Baby, UMPAH, it's a little weird. Where are you? You keep missing the beat. Warning, you drink water again." Oompa Oompa is a Korean phrase that teaches people how to breathe underwater. Yeti saying UMPAH is done to misguide Sulgi into not breathing the correct way, therefore tricking her into drowning. You probably didn't expect that, did you? In Psycho, even though she's still in control, IRENE is feeling guilty over the fact that she drowned Sulgi. Joy takes advantage of IRENE's weakness and wants to take over her place. And what does she do to gain control? She actually gets rid of all the remaining members, including IRENE. That is also the reason why she is alone in the shot where she's seen sitting in the car. She eliminated everyone else to gain power and be the head of the cult. She basically became the new supreme. This looks like the perfect conclusion, right? The album's name is literally the Reve Festival finale, and there's only Joy left, so there's no more story to go on. Well, you might be wrong, and let me tell you why. Trapped in a time loop. On March 2nd, Red Velvet officially announced their comeback. The comeback is called the Reve Festival 2022 Feel My Rhythm and will be coming out on March 21st. The teaser for the concept showed an animation of a girl sitting on top of a table with a box that resembles a robot head covering her face. The title and the comeback took a lot of people by surprise, especially Red Velvet fans. That's because Red Velvet have never repeated a concept in their entire life. While all of their music videos are connected in some way, the concepts are always different. But now that they're bringing back the festival, fans are definitely confused. There's already an explanation for that because Reve Loves have come up with plenty of theories, and that's just from one teaser alone. So what are their thoughts on the comeback teaser, and how is it going to connect to the rest of the Reve Festival albums? Fans are actually convinced that this is going to be a trilogy just like the Reve Festival. If this theory turns out to be true, then it would probably also mean that we will get 3 albums with 3 different concepts in a year, or max 2. Well, nobody is complaining about that, and certainly not me, since Red Velvet's music is amazing. But overall, there are 2 theories going around about the album. The first one is that the storyline is going in reverse. This all started because of the wall clock that can be seen in the teaser and the fact that its hands are actually going counterclockwise. The theory says that the story actually started with Psycho and ended with Zimzalabim, not the other way around. The repackaged The Reve Festival finale album's tracklist, which includes all the parts of the Reve Festival trilogy, also go in reverse, which only supports this theory. Which means that the Reve Festival 2022 Feel My Rhythm is a prologue and not an epilogue as many believed. The child in the teaser has also been theorized to be IRENE. That's because the box that she's covering her head with is similar to the one that IRENE was holding in the Red Mare VCR. The child is also wearing a pink dress, which is IRENE's representative color. Fans think that the teaser is showing us how IRENE came to be in control of everything. The other theory links to the first one, but it's a bit different. Since this is the first time that Red Velvet have brought back a concept, fans think that the girls are actually stuck in the festival with no way to get out. Not that there's no exit, but because there's a time loop happening. The theory says that the time on the festival is on loop and that the members are reliving the events of the trilogy again and again. This might also explain why the clock is going in reverse to mark the event starting once again. This all began when the members started chanting Zimzalabim, which fans think is a magic spell that started the time loop. The rest of the members might have been tricked into chanting it by IRENE. This was done since she didn't know whether she would always be in control or not. If anyone ever tried to take over the cult and succeeded, the loop would restart. IRENE might be the only one who's aware that they're in a time loop and try not to make the same mistakes as before. The title of the comeback alludes to this too. Rhythm is a repeated pattern of movement or sound, and all the choruses from the recent Red Velvet comebacks have repeated parts in the chorus. Zimzalabim, Oompa Oompa, and Psycho all repeat the name of the song multiple times in the chorus, almost as if they're constantly casting a spell. Even Queendom has a repetitive part, which might reference the repetition of the timeline. The logos in the albums also heavily support this theory. All the Red Velvet logos in the Reve Festival and now in the new comeback resemble infinity loops. Remember, these are only fan theories and that SM Entertainment has never confirmed what happens in the Red Velvet lore, so take everything with a grain of salt. But again, they have presented people with enough bits and pieces for fans to come up with these mind-blowing theories. I wouldn't be surprised if all the theories I've seen so far are actually correct. Reve loves have proven to be actual geniuses time and time again, so it would be a mistake to underestimate them. On top of that, we've already seen with Peekaboo that the members know how to be great witches, so the theory of them casting a spell and fighting for the title of the Supreme might not be so wrong after all. Share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching today's video. Bye!